UFC 297 gives us the first title defense of the new middleweight champion Sean Strickland against the real African Dricus du Plessis. From what was supposed to be a normal fight with regular trash talk, it turned into a huge rivalry between these two fighters at the 2024 seasonal press conference and at UFC 296. Sean Strickland is a very controversial fighter who says whatever is on his mind, like such. He has no problem voicing his opinion on things that are going on in the world, and that's why as fans we love him. Dricus du Plessis, on the other hand, was anticipating an Israel Adesanya fight before Strickland pulled off the upset of the year. Dricus has no problem mentioning things that happened in Strickland's past, which is going to make this fight a war with words and a war in the octagon. Also on this card is a fight for the vacant women's bantamweight title between Raquel Pennington and Mayra Bueno Silva, and a featherweight bout between top contenders Arnold Allen and Movsar Evloev. Let's take a deeper look at each of these matchups and see what's in store for this coming weekend. Arnold Allen is one of the most exciting contenders in the featherweight division, holding a 19-2 record with his only loss in the UFC being to Max Holloway. What the number 3 ranked featherweight brings to the table is an all-around fighter whose defense is next level. He holds a 62% strike defense and a 76% takedown defense. Let's take his last win against Calvin Kattar. Arnold Allen goes with leg kicks first, then starts throwing his hands. While he's doing all this, he's still keeping his distance, making sure not to get too close to Kattar. A very smart fighter, Allen understands tendencies of his opponents and knows how to act against it. But this fight is different than his others, as he's facing undefeated prospect Movsar Evloev. The 17-0 prospect from Russia is everything you would expect of him and more. Amazing ground game with good pace and has underrated striking. We saw with the fight against Diego Lopez that he's willing to stand and trade with anyone, landing 88 strikes with 4 takedowns. He's a complete fighter, so wherever this fight goes, Evloev will be prepared. As for how this fight plays out, I think Arnold Allen puts it on Movsar from the bell and tries to be as aggressive as possible. I got Allen by knockout. Next, for the co-main event, we got the women who are looking to be the new face of the bantamweight division since the GOAT Amanda Nunes retired. We got Raquel Pennington against Mayra Bueno Silva. Raquel Pennington has been a mainstay in the top 5 of this division, and now that Amanda Nunes is retired, she's looking to get that belt wrapped around her waist on Saturday. On a 5-fight win streak, Pennington is a very defensive fighter, having a 62% strike defense and a 63% takedown defense. She wins her fights with crisp striking and good defense, relying on the judges to pick her as the winner. Silva, on the other hand, is the opposite. Silva wants to get her opponents out as quickly as possible, submitting her last 3 opponents, including Holly Holm before it was ruled a no contest. Silva is a jiu-jitsu specialist, and best believe she's going to do her all to take Pennington down and either keep her down the whole fight or lock in a submission to win. As for my prediction, I got Silva by submission. Now we go to the fight this whole night is built around: Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. Starting with the middleweight champion, Strickland is a very good defensive fighter, but in a weird, unconventional way. He is constantly inching forward until his opponent has nowhere to go but to fight. But then with this, Strickland manages to stay out of the range of his opponent's shots and counter beautifully with a 1-2. He doesn't possess any knockout power, but his overbearing way of fighting makes him hard to beat. Combine this with his Philly shell boxing guard, good luck on trying to hit him as he has 63% strike defense. Going away from his striking, Strickland is also a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He stuffs takedowns very well, holding an 84% takedown defense. But knowing Sean, he's not looking at the ground at all. He's looking to march forward, throw punches in bunches, and show off his outstanding strike defense. As for Dricus, he's just as unconventional of a fighter as Sean. The South African has 6 fights in the UFC, with 5 of them being finishes, including the last one being a knockout against Robert Whittaker. He can take the fight to any facet of the game. With his striking, his power is unmatched, as we've seen in his last fight, knocking down Whittaker with a jab. Du Plessis finds good shots to throw and throws them hard, even if they do look super weird. As for his ground game, he doesn't intentionally shoot for legs, but when he gets close enough during exchanges, he'll be more than happy to take his opponent down. The only knock on Du Plessis is his cardio, as he's never been in a 5-round fight, but still struggles in 3-round fights. I think this fight plays out very simple. Sean Strickland walks Du Plessis down, forces him to fight off his back foot, and completely outclasses, outgasses, and outboxes him the whole fight. I got Strickland by decision. I'm super excited to see these fights this coming weekend, and you guys should be too. And we all know how crazy Strickland and Du Plessis are already about this fight, so this is going to be an entertaining week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. All that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.